Hello, I'm Emily Brown. I'm the multimedia reporter for The Rocket, and today I'm joined with Micheal Johnson, the president of the new club, Beatbox Society. So if you would like to start off just explaining how you became the president of the club, like where you came up with the idea for the club.
Sure. This is my third university. I've always liked beatboxing, and actually at the other universities that I went to, I'd always been searching for something like this, because I've always loved music, I've always loved beatboxing. But when I came here in the fall, I wanted to break free from my normal rut. I wanted to go out and actually meet people. Mm-hmm. And even though it says Beatbox Society on the label and on the organization, the reason why I wanted to start this was because I wanted to meet other people, mm-hmm. While also being able to teach them some randomly useless skill, mm-hmm. musically. So, yeah.
So I guess coming into Slippery Rock and just having this idea to want to meet new people, why did you pick beatbox as a way to start that?
I thought it was unique. You know, this isn't a hate on any other type of club or organization, but I think it's slightly more unique than trying to start, you know, an intramural soccer team, or you know, getting together for an ensemble or a choir. Yes, it's still musical, but I think it's kind of has a niche market, mm-hmm. a niche interest as far as hobbies go.
Mm-hmm. So how did you get interested in beatboxing?
I was actually in high school, and I shouldn't really be quoting this, but Malcolm Gladwell, The 10,000 Hours. Never read the book, but I should say I had a discussion with one of my friends, and somehow the topic of 10,000 hours and beatboxing came up, and I had expressed to him that, oh man, I would really love to learn how to beatbox, and that's when he ended up saying, well, 10,000 hours. Mm-hmm. And the way I look at it, I know that there are a lot of loopholes with that theory. I mean, it depends on how well you practice. What I took from that is practice makes perfect, and you have to start from somewhere. Mm-hmm. So I just went home and started watching YouTube videos, things like that, getting myself acclimated with the culture, watching as much as I could, exposing myself to anything and everything, vocal percussion, beatboxing, and slowly but surely I started picking it up.
Mm-hmm. And so in your club, is it just going to be focusing on beatboxing and learning beatboxing, or do you hope to achieve other goals with the students?
I would like to achieve other goals while still maintaining a very strong presence in vocal percussion, mm-hmm. beatboxing. Because I want this to be something where we can teach other students something that they didn't think that they could do before. But I want this to be really a music group, mm-hmm. a social group, but a music group, where we can collaborate, we can have jam sessions, we can just kind of feed off of each other's musical interests. And then also I wanted to create something where students who wouldn't normally be able to meet one another, say someone from the biology department, being able to meet someone from mathematics, because they share this quirky interest in beatboxing. Mm-hmm. So that's what that's pretty much my main goal right now.
Mm-hmm. Looking into the future, how do you think your society will end up? How do you think you're going to end up in beatboxing?
I've already recognized that for me, beatboxing is a hobby. It's very difficult to make a living off of it. I do a little bit every single day of my life. Sometimes in the shower, if I'm going to in my car, if I'm going to class, between classes, if I'm just listening to music. But for me, it's just a hobby, mm-hmm. Because that market is very difficult to get into. But as far as the legacy is concerned and how I would like for this club to be represented in the future, when I leave here, I would like for it to be in a position where there is self-sustainability. I want to express to all of my members, or to all of its members, I want our club to represent in one word, community. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing. I would like for this to be a club where each and every member, especially if they're an executive, to be an advocate of student outreach. You know, someone where they can go out and say, oh yeah, you should come to this meeting, and just kind of do away with the individual sub-cliques. I want it to be something that's, you know, kids who come in on campus, I want them to be like, oh, I want to go to that club because the people are so nice, the community, it's a real sense of family there. And that's how I'd like for it to be. So
now that you've talked up all this beatboxing, we want to see your talent. So if you could please present us with your talent.
All right. Here we go.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Can you also talk about like when your club meets and what will be done in the club meetings?
Sure. We meet every Wednesday in the Vincent Science Center, room 103, at 8 o'clock p.m. As far as the agenda goes, we are kind of a loosely based social special interest group, so it kind of differs and changes from week to week. I'd like for us to be able to incorporate, like I said, other types of music, so there's going to be room for jam sessions, but every week I'd like to be able to present something new to the club, new to its members, something where they can go home, they can go to their dorms, they can go and practice it, they can annoy their roommates, doing it in their sleep, that type of deal. So.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to talk about, anything you want to touch on?
The last thing I want to express is that if you've ever had even the smallest desire to learn how to beatbox, or have ever thought that it's interesting, even remotely, I strongly encourage you to come out and join us, because anyone can do this. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are. Like, I really want to express and really make that the focal point that anyone can do this, and all you need is a desire to learn, and I promise you I will give you my time to teach you. So that's it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for talking with me today. I'm Emily Brown. I'm the multimedia reporter for The Rocket, and this is Micheal Johnson.